It was a chilly winter evening, the kind that made even the wind feel sharp. He stood at the bus stop, rubbing his hands together for warmth, when he noticed a woman nearby, shivering without a coat. She tried to appear composed, but her trembling hands told another story. Without hesitation, he slipped off his own jacket and offered it to her. She looked surprised, hesitant at first, as if unsure whether to accept such a gesture from a stranger. But he simply smiled and said, "You need it more than I do." That moment wasn't planned or calculated. It came from instinct, from the quiet decency that still lives in people. It was just one jacket, one act of kindness. But little did he know, it would change both of their lives in ways he could never have imagined. What made that moment truly special wasn't the jacket itself, but the intention behind it. He didn't stop to wonder who she was, what she did, or whether she could ever repay him. His kindness came naturally, without expectation or recognition. That's where true character shines, in the quiet, unseen moments when no one is watching and no applause follows. It's easy to be kind when the world is looking, but it takes something deeper to do good simply because it feels right. The woman, though surprised, saw in him a rare sincerity, the kind that can't be bought or faked. She felt something shift inside her. A reminder of the power of simple humanity in a world often too busy to notice. In that brief exchange, he revealed a truth. Real character doesn't need an audience. It reveals itself in silence. Empathy is what truly connects us. It's the quiet understanding that someone else's pain could just as easily be our own. In that cold moment, he didn't see a stranger. He saw a human being who needed warmth, both physical and emotional. He didn't know her background, her title, or her wealth, and that's what made his gesture pure. It wasn't about charity or pity. It was about shared humanity. The woman, used to being treated differently because of her position, was taken aback by the simplicity of his kindness. No one had looked past her status in a long time, yet here was a man who didn't care who she was, only how she felt. That small act of empathy melted more than the cold. It softened her heart and reminded her that kindness doesn't recognize class, it recognizes connection. The next morning, as he walked nervously into a corporate office for a long-awaited job interview, he had no idea that fate was about to surprise him. Sitting across the table was the same woman from the bus stop, only now she wasn't shivering in the cold. She was composed, confident, and in charge. The CEO. For a moment, their eyes met, and recognition flashed between them. She smiled, not with superiority, but with gratitude. The man felt his heart race, unsure of what to say, but she spoke first. "I remember your kindness." That single sentence changed everything. His simple gesture the night before had opened a door he didn't even know existed. It wasn't luck that brought him there. It was humanity returning the favor. Sometimes life rewards us in ways that remind us good deeds have a way of finding their way back home. Kindness, in its truest form, is never wasted. It's like planting a seed in the soil of time. You may not see it grow right away, but one day it blooms in ways you never expected. That young man didn't offer his jacket hoping for a reward. He simply acted from the heart. Yet his compassion became an invisible thread that wove opportunity into his life. The woman, deeply moved, later offered him a position in her company, not out of pity, but because she saw in him the kind of integrity no resume could show. That one moment of goodness became the key that unlocked his future. In a world often focused on what we can get, he reminded her and all of us that what we give matters far more. Every act of kindness is an investment in humanity, and it always pays back in time. Bet. In the end, what stood out wasn't the coincidence or even the reward, but the reminder that character always outshines circumstance. The young man's gesture wasn't defined by who he was or what he had. It was defined by his choice in that moment to care, to give, to see another person's need before his own. And for the woman, it was a lesson she carried with her long after that day, that titles, money, and power mean little compared to genuine humanity. The world often measures success by what we achieve, but true success lies in how we treat others when there's nothing to gain. His kindness became a mirror reflecting the kind of world we all wish to live in, one built on empathy and respect. You never know who you're helping, but you always know why you should, because kindness is never wasted.